shit, there might be a bigger bull. There might be a bigger bull, yeah.
370 minimum.
Hold on, I don't have to get sick footage of that going up.
I quit. I can't go home until I kill an elk. I'm sorry. It may cost me my marriage, but I'm not recording that.
Yeah, check this out. It's about the skyline here. Oh my god. Look at him.
Make sure you snap photo too.
I did. Check that out.
I don't even have him looking from my mind. It was just blown. I've never seen anything like the Jurassic Park bulls. They all funnel. They all funnel
Through the corner there.
Oh my gosh, are you getting a photo of that?
Here, I will.
Gonna fight? Not even real life what just happened. Came over here to observe the elk and maybe get close. The wind wasn't really, they had it made. There wasn't really a great approach, but there's a water source that they all get to when they were leaving. I feel like that's gonna be a good place to put a ground blind, give them the right wind, and then there's a natural ground blind we're gonna build today as well up on this funnel over here. So the evening's gonna be lit. It's just gonna be tough to not get busted by 100+ elk. I think each bull's got about 30 or 40 cows. There's a 5x5. He's barely a 6x6, but he's probably a 330+. 5x5, we're calling him Cinco de Mayo. And then there's a bull that sweeps in. He's 350, and he's pretty badass. And then there's one bull that honestly is 370+. And I've just never said those words before while elk hunting. So it's gonna take me a minute to kind of digest this. And then literally each bull's got about 40 cows, so probably 120 head. And they were in the field already at 5 o'clock, 5:30 yesterday. So as soon as they clear out, we're gonna do some due diligence and probably drive my truck up here and drop off the ground blind. And then see if we can take this back road out and figure out a good way to get in and get out where these elk are at. When we drive out, if we see where they're bedded, we might go play with them a little bit. So we watched all these elk funnel, 3 different herds, all came together on private, and we just kind of got the wind right this morning and just observed, did a little bit of calling, but again, this is more of an intercept game, so we built 2 blinds out of just materials laying around on the ranch, pallets, old sage, whatever, one for one particular wind on the water hole and one for another wind. So evening, morning, different wind scenarios. And then the funnel up here, we're on public land right now. We built a blind where we can catch the elk coming to and from, but mainly probably from, because it seems like the wind is usually going this way in the morning. So I feel like we'll just have to see how this goes. I don't know if we'll be able to sit this one, but we're here in case we get a good wind in the evening or in the morning. So, and then another thing we did was we marked out yardages on all the trails with a little flagging. We'll move later, but it's just nice to have, and it's very deceptive when you're in a blind as far as you don't have time to usually range and you don't want to guess. So that's it. That's what we're doing. Okay, cool. So I kind of built, you can see that's the blind. You can park there and then kind of take the back side of that finger and walk that shaded area.
Okay.
So that's good. We'll be taking the four-wheeler. So that would be tomorrow morning's plan, and then tonight's plan is I plan on the wind not doing what it's doing right now. So I'm gonna probably sit the water on the very first blind we made. It's right on the BLM, 30-yarder. Bring a little black chair and get there probably the most hottest part of the day, which is like 2 or 3. Because those elk were bedded in down, which means they'd been there for a while, at 5 when we came up on them. So they're coming in early. At least the Cinco de Mayo's herd came in super early. And we need a name for the other bulls. There's another bull who sweeps in. He's a 350 bull. We're gonna call him Sweeps. And then there's another bull that we're gonna call him the Dan Evans bull, because I think Dan Evans would shoot him. Okay?
I like that.
All right, let's do it. Okay, one of the best elk hunting mornings of my life. Elk came off of private onto public to bed, which is good for us. We also talked to the owner of this farm, this ranch. He hates the elk, and he said it'd be cool if we hunted them. So we had the option to go down there. Kind of worthless though, it's just a flat green field. You can throw a ground blind in the middle of it. I mean, elk aren't dumb. So we just built 2 blinds off the water tank next to the field on public. And now we're going up here to a pinch point where all the elk funneled and filtered. And we're gonna see if we can build another blind, one for 2 guys. So I'm tucked in this blind. Had the best morning I've ever had elk hunting today. September 2nd, 2018. 120 cows, calves, and spikes, and 3 absolute brute elk I've never seen like that before. And I've hunted some cool places, but just nothing like this on public land. They're crossing onto private, but they're on public mostly, which is awesome. Except for at night. Jacob Villasenor at Primitive Exposure has been with me since August 23rd. That's 9 days of hunting. It's been really brutal, dude. It's been brutal. So I'm hoping that we can get a shot tonight at one of these bulls. The wind is pretty much steadied out. I feel like I picked the right blind. I'm on the public side. It got pretty hot today, about 82. And I'm hoping that I'll get water first before they head over. The water is on the public side. Hope I don't get busted. And then once they get past me, they might smell me because the wind is going straight to the field. So I didn't know what to do. I'm not a world-class elk hunter. I'm just a hard worker. But I wanted to tell you guys that Jacob has been awesome, man. I have put him through the ringer with 4 or 5 hours of sleep. It's not uncommon to drive 120 miles a day. We moved camp 6 different times, almost 7. It's just been a lot of ups and mostly downs because my wife is not happy with me. She wants me home because she hurt her back really bad before I left. I thought everything would be okay. And then 2 days later, second day of the hunt, I get a text I need to call home. Which, by the way, I don't get cell phone service here very much. You have to be high, and I haven't been hunting high. So, that I need to call home. I've called my dad, and he told me that Alicia almost cut her fingers off with a skill saw. Had to go to the emergency room. Had to get stitches, and is going to have surgery. She cut through the tendon, cut through the bone. It's going to be a really expensive surgery. She's really stressed out about that, which it's only money, and we can always work more. And then on top of that, she can't move her hand for 3 months, and she's taking care of my 2 kids, and one's in diapers, one-handed. So this is kind of long, but I just really want to dedicate this hunt to my wife, because without her support, this wouldn't be possible. And I felt guilty hunting the whole time. I talked to one other non-resident hunter. It took him 18 years. I think it took me 13. And then we can't even put in for the hunt or start building points again for 7 years as a waiting period. So I'm probably never going to hunt here again. So I really just want to take advantage. I went ahead and got a hold of my buddy. I canceled my trip to Wyoming, which I burned 12 points on as well. And so I'm not going. I'm going to eat it. And then I'm not going to go to Idaho unless somehow this works out. But that's life. So I just hope I can get a bull. I really want elk meat, and it wouldn't hurt to have some wall decorations, but really we need some elk meat, and this is my chance. So thanks for watching. Let's see how this unfolds. Hear the elk. Any moment now. I can hear the bull. A bull. Hopefully this works out. We'll see.